Welcome back, everybody. We're doing another tier list. I actually really enjoy doing these tier lists for you guys, and this one's going to be a bit different. This one is going to be ranking the best zombie maps, original zombie maps, no mod ones, none of fan made ones, and all that stuff. But this is going to be made on how the map is designed, how big the map is it really fun to train on? And I'm not going to go off biased opinions like, oh, I had the best memories on this one. No, I'm going to go off the size of it, how it impacted the game. Because a lot of people do these things, it's just like, oh, I love Origins because my friends and I did all this. Yeah, that's cool, but is it a good map? The first one is Origins. A lot of people loved Origins. Origins was cool. I think it was really good. But to me, it would have to go in A due to the fact of it was kind of too big. I get that with the giant robots. The robots were cool, and there was zombies, and it was something like it was cool. That's what it is. It was cool for what they were doing. The staffs were cool. That's another thing. We're gonna go off wonder weapons. The staffs and the staffs. That's were the only ones that were in that. They were cool, but it was just a bland color. It was all blues and grays. I know it was supposed to be old era, but it wasn't a map that I'm gonna sound biased here, but it was also a map that wasn't a map that'd be like, oh, let's go play Origins. Nah, it wasn't one of those maps. And now the next one is actually, I'll take this down to a B. The next one is Verrucht. World at War Verrucht. I remember playing this. This had to be one of the hardest maps. It was small, no pack a punch. It was just a decent sized map for a beginning map. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna put it in A. Yes, it's going above Origins because it's more of, oh, we can't just get a wonder weapon or upgrade our weapons and just sit in a corner. I know you can't do that on Origins, but Derice, you can do it. I mean, I don't know if you could even do it on Origins, but like Verrucht, you had that one room right here behind the sea where the box usually spawned, the bathroom. You didn't have to open up the other door. You can sit in there. People can watch the bottom window. But it was just a good map. I'm glad they took an actual multiplayer map and made it into a good zombies map. But it gets an A from me. A lot of people may disagree, but so Ancient Evil. That was the hell was that map? Was that the I don't know. I'm gonna skip that one for now until I remember it. The Final Reich. Is that the Reese? Is that the first Reese? No, because we got the Reese here in the giant. I don't know that one. Oh, that was World War II. That map was decent. It wasn't the best. World War II was really weird with zombies and how they did things. So I'm putting that in C. I didn't like. Well, I did like it, but I didn't. The the perk icon, not the perk icons, the power up icons. I thought those were weird. Having the dig stuff up was also really weird, in my opinion. I know other maps have that too and all this stuff, but it's just me. I like maps where you can just train. You don't have to do the Easter egg. It wasn't forced upon you like some of the new maps. Let me find one that's just like I mean we'll get there. We'll get there. Cause some of like what is it? Vanguard zombies, they were decent, but it felt forced to do Easter eggs. That's just my opinion. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some music because it's kind of meh without music. All right, so we got some zombie style music, super chill, free. Kevin MacLeod, of course. But going back to this, the Final Reich. I think having boss zombies was really cool. There's no hate against it, no nothing. Like I said, I just like maps that aren't forced to do Easter eggs. Like I said with Vanguard, or there was another one. I totally forgot the name of it. That's how bad it was. It just felt forced upon. I can't think of the Call of Duty. Damn, I can't think of it. But next we got Bus Depot. In my opinion, Bus Depot was pretty good. For a standalone, or something that was... I need to turn down this music. It's a bit loud. There we go. For something that was a standalone thing, it was okay. It wasn't too impressive. It was just a small map. Nothing too... So it's gonna go and see. It's just a standard map. Nothing too impressive. Something easy to make in like Workshop on Steam. So now, Mob of the Dead. Mob of the Dead. The original Mob of the Dead. First time playing it, you're like, wow, this is awesome. And it was awesome. You get the tomahawk. You unlock things with the tomahawk. You could do that electric mode when you're dead. Do the Easter egg on the roof. Surviving on the roof was awesome. Going to the Golden Gate Bridge was awesome. Turning on the power, all that was sick. Now I know it was a prison, but the only problem I had was it was tight corridors. Man, I can't talk. The corridors were just too tight. There was no place where you can just swoop around. I mean, there was, but you had to be quick. You couldn't have a lot of zombies. There was a lot of good places you could train, and the map size was decent. So I'm gonna put this in B with Origins. That's just me. Okay, no hate, no hate. Somebody can say Mob of the Dead was their favorite. Ancient Evil, I realized what Ancient Evil was. Actually, no, I don't. I still don't know what it is. So we got Kino. Kino, perfect size map. Nothing really wrong with it. There could be some spots where you should be able to jump down. And I haven't played Kino in like 5 ever. So I don't know. I'm already going to put this in here because I've never played that. Same with this one. Kino will have to go in A. No, B. I played it because it was the first Zombies map of that game. It was just the first one. That's the only reason I played it a lot. The other maps I think were better, in my opinion, but we'll get to them when we do. So now we got Black Ops 1 Dorice. Black Ops 1 was my favorite Call of Duty. And I'm gonna sound biased here. I'm not gonna rate the Zombies map on this, but Black Ops 1 I think I had the best time on Black Ops 1. Sniping was really fun. The guns felt good, except for those people that spammed the FAMAS. Like, come on, bro. We get it. You drop shot in 360. That's a little Easter egg. The video I made back in the day. But it's just a staple of World at War. The music was good. The map layout was good. You can go up on the catwalk and sit there. You can get the song going. It was just good. But it's not perfect. It's going into A. Now, Shinonuma. The map size, it's just a staple of World at War. But I didn't like it as much as Dorice. The problem is nothing. I just didn't like it as much as Dorice. Dorice, however people say it. It was just not my cup of tea. There is a couple maps on here that will go into S that are absolutely my favorite. But this will go into B. Actually, this will go into C. No hate against Shinonuma, it just wasn't my favorite map. Actually, it'll go into B. Because B, Shinonuma introduced the Wonderwaff. I think. Did it introduce the Wonderwaff? Yes, it did. It introduced the Wonderwaff, which was an amazing weapon. The only thing back in the day for Black Ops, I wish you can shoot the water and it will just shock the zombies. But that would have been too much for the game. I understand that. But then we got Shangri-La Chronicles. I never played it in the Chronicles, so it's going into never played. I played the original, I just never played the Chronicles version. We got Shadows of Evil. Decent sized map. The characters were really good. Turning into the octopus mode, I don't know what the hell it was called, but the octopus mode. Fighting the meatballs was cool. Getting the larva and wall running to the pack-a-punch, that was really cool. But it wasn't my type of map. I don't like the aesthetic about it. The aesthetic. Like, I like that it's in, like, what was it, 1960s? I think so. I don't know. I like it, but I also don't. It's not going in A. It'll probably go into B or C. If there was something I can change about it, I wish it was more open. I know there are spots that are just open. I really like maps that you can move around in and go to unique places. That's just me, though. So we got Shadows of Evil will go into C. Same with Shinonuma. It wasn't my favorite, as it wasn't my worst. So we got the original Shinonuma. I already explained it's just the staple of World at War. This one will go into C. So we got Varrock Chronicles. I never played the Varrock Chronicles. Blood of the Dead, it's sort of basically, actually no, Blood of the Dead wasn't. Blood of the Dead added a couple more things. The beginning of the part of the map was in a different area, that's right, because it opened up the lava pit. Now that's a big thing to say. I will say Blood of the Dead will be in the A section compared to Mob of the Dead because of that. It makes the map bigger. I never actually completed the Easter egg myself, but I've seen it, and it's pretty cool. That goes for another thing. Easter eggs on the maps, Mob of the Dead for B, that was really cool. Origins Easter egg was pretty cool. Varrock didn't have an Easter egg, but I still rated an A. Derice, the music was the Easter egg. Actually, no, you shoot the things outside the map, teddy bears spawn, you shoot the teddy bears. It was cool, it was simple. But Blood of the Dead was really cool too, which you do a bunch of stuff. So now we got Descent, which was Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which was a decent game. Don't get me wrong, I know a lot of people hated the jetpacks and all that movement, but the zombies was pretty good. Descent, I would have to rate it, I think it's going to be the first D. I just didn't like it. It wasn't the map that I always went to. It was probably the last one. It just, I don't know, wasn't for me. I'm also going to put Go Rod Crovey in there because I never played that much. I think I played it twice, but it was decent. Actually, you know, it was decent, so it'll go in C. So Der Eisendrache. A lot of people like Der Eisendrache. I think Der Eisendrache was really good because it brought back, was it the bows with the wolf? Yes, it was the bows. We got the electric bow, the wolf bow, which I thought the bows were really cool. And it just was cool. I don't know, there's not really much I can say. I barely remember playing the maps, but the map was huge. Doing the Easter egg was cool, seeing Dempsey, another Dempsey, the giant robots in the distance. It was just cool. So I'm going to put this in B. Zombies in Spaceland. Okay. Advanced Warfare? Was it? No, Infinite Warfare. Multiplayer I thought was trash, in my opinion. But the zombies was really good. Zombies in Spaceland was decent. The Wonder Weapon was cool. I forgot what it was, but it was cool. Being in a theme park, actually this is going to go to A, because I liked how they implemented, it was silly in a way, but it wasn't. Like there was zombies and it was silly. Zombies with costumes, there was a giant zombie that you can crush with an alligator. Like that's good. They need a full zombies game. You could have all these maps in one game, but technically you couldn't because they're two different, Infinity Ward and Treyarch. What are you going to do about it? So next we got Voyage. I know I'm not going too far into it, but another thing, you can revive yourself in Zombies in Spaceland. I believe you can also revive yourself in the other ones too. Zombies in Spaceland, you play a bunch of mini games and you can revive, which was really cool. You got Voyage of Despair, which was basic. It's just the Titanic. Map was decent size. You get the little Arnie's, I believe, the octopus. Oh no, you get the I forgot the cannon. There was something on that map. That's why I'm gonna put it B. I played it, but I didn't play it. Swimming was cool. Again, same with the original Mob of the Dead. There was too many tight corridors. Too many small paths to run down and die. Not very open besides the end of the ships and at the bottom. We got Buried. So many people like Buried. I think Buried was cool. With going into the witches thing, the well. You got, the hell was his name? The guy in the jail cell. It wasn't my favorite. A lot of people liked it, but it just wasn't my favorite. So it's gonna go into C. Well, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for it, but it's just gonna go into C. I'm sorry. We got Grosslin House, which was this game again, which was Final Reich, World War II. It was just a small house. It was cool to do like once in a while, like, oh, I'm just gonna chill. If we die, we die. So it's just gonna go into B. It was simple. It wasn't too much. It was just one of those things that you just play if you want to do like a quick round of zombies. That's about it. Unless I could be wrong. You got Alpha Omega. Okay, Alpha Omega was actually really cool. No, Alpha Omega was the Nuketown remake, wasn't it? That you go into the giant pyramid. I didn't care for that actually. So it's going into D. And then we got Call of the Dead. Call of the Dead was actually pretty decent. I like it. The decent sized map. Actually, I'm gonna bring it down to a B. Because the George Romero. Actually, that's a tough one. So you got George Romero in there, but he wasn't that annoying. So it's going back to the A because Avenged Sevenfold also. It was a cool map, pun intended, cool. But it wasn't the best. There was some things I could change, like the boats, going up the lighthouse. It was just a good map, in my, it's going to be. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It wasn't the best. I know I'm being very like, What? Again, I didn't play Nocturne Chronicles. I didn't play any of the Chronicles maps. Any of these ones. So you got the original Nocturne on Toten. This is going into A. Actually, it's going to go into C. The first C in the category. So the first C, hear me out. Hear me out. So you're a little kid. You just beat World at War. And there's a cutscene. You're just like, what the hell is this? Boom. Zombies. And you're just like, holy shit. There's zombies in this game. Like that feeling right there, seeing zombies for the first time in World at War was the amazing feeling. You not knowing what to do and just experiencing it for the first time. That's why it's an S. It's the feeling that you got for the first time discovering zombies. I mean, it was a small map. It was a good map for the first ever map. Guns on the wall, World at War guns. You can do cool glitches. It was just good. You can camp in the corner. There was a lot of stuff you can do on that map, but there wasn't a lot of stuff you can do on that map. But that's why it's an S. First ever zombie map. I know it's not the greatest map, but I know I said that I wasn't going to go off feelings, but it's just the feeling of playing zombies for the first time. I know a lot of people don't have that same feeling. Like, a lot of people can say, oh, my favorite was Kino because it was the first zombies map. Or like, my favorite was Bus Depot because that's the one that I played with my brother a lot. A lot of people can do that. But I'm not going to go based off that. I'm just going to go off that only for this one. So we got Duries. I believe this was the last World at War zombies map. Seeing this map, hearing the power up or the power down of the electric Pack-a-Punch machine, doing the Easter egg was just an amazing feeling. Now, the only thing I would change is they could have added more things to the map. It goes for the Giant, it goes for Derice, it goes for Derice Chronicles, or Black Ops 1. They could have made it better. How you ask? You know where the power is, and those two alleyways off to the left and the right. They could have opened those up and made it so you can actually go down that way, made it more so you can go around the buildings. They could have made it bigger. But I know that's just World at War Derice. But that's why it's going to go into A with Black Ops 1 Derice. I just like Derice. It was a good thing. Now the Giant was the remake, which was, you know, I'm just going to put it in. This one's going into B. I don't want to put all the Derices into A. Actually, you know, I'm gonna. The Giant goes into here because I also like the music Easter egg. Derice is just a good map. That's all I can tell you. Tag der Untoten. Was that Vanguard? Okay, this. D. This is dog shit right here. Don't mess with the original zombies. Do not change how you play zombies. We want survival. Do not force us to do side objectives. Do not force us to do the Easter egg. We're gonna go, we're gonna go up. We're gonna go backwards and up. Because that's how I do it. Because Tag der Untoten, I believe that was the first map of that game, but it was just zombies, and I can't think of the name because that's how bad it is. Vanguard, and then there was another one. See, I can't even think of it. But do not force us to do the Easter egg or side objectives. Let us just train zombies. And yes, they released Shino Numa for that game. But it wasn't the same. They still force you to do stuff. The rounds change too quickly. It just wasn't the same. So now you got Forsaken. Okay, Forsaken was a really good map. That is one of my favorite maps from that game. I believe that's Vanguard. Forsaken was huge. Teleporting to new areas, ziplining down. It was just a good map. There's a lot of spots you can run zombies. It was like the moon starting area. You go through a portal. It was just a huge map. I know a lot of people could also say Forsaken it could be their first zombie map. I'm also sorry this is a really long video, but I'm going not really in depth, but I'm just explaining how I feel about the zombies maps. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it a lot. So you got Martyr Toten. Martyr Toten will be a C. You know why? You ask? Why a C, Rilla? Why? Because I feel like it was a ripoff of Berlin Wall from Black Ops 1. And they could have done so much more to that map. They could have made it bigger. It was definitely a ripoff of the Berlin Wall. But they could have just done more. There's no hate towards it. That's the thing. That's the only thing I have against it. They could have done more. That's where they also introduced the flying enemies. It was just, they could have done more. That's about it. So you got Firebase Z. Trash. I played it a couple times, didn't like it. That's it. Just trash. So you got Kino Chronicles. Kino Chronicles is a C. Because it's just Kino with new guns and stuff like that. So Transit. Okay. I know, don't hate me. Transit is a C. Not a C, an S. Transit is an S because it was different. Not bad different where it forced us to do certain things, but it was different where we can explore. The map was massive. Running through and getting jumped by the little people with the, I forgot what the hell they were, with the claws that go over your face. Going through the cornfield to see Original Knocked. Riding the bus with the robot. Going to town, farm. Seeing the electric guy. Going to the cabin in the woods and getting the Bowie knife. We need more maps like Transit because it opens the opportunity of actually having a thing closer to a story mode zombies. Not a story mode zombies, but an open world zombies. Can you imagine? I mean, they tried it in other games, like, I Forgot what the open world part was, but that wasn't good. You need smaller, and you need it to be like the original zombies. No force stuff, no kicking us out of an area. Like transit, you can take the bus if you want to, but you won't get punished. Yeah, there may be a couple zombies here, but your friends are on the bus, they're fine, you're fine, you're not gonna die. You may die unless you're bad at the game. If you're bad at the game. But transit is an S. Just because it was different in a good way. And it was, a lot of people can disagree because they didn't like it. Outbreak. That's what the open world was. It was Outbreak. So now we got Carrier. Carrier was decent. This was from Advanced Warfare, but it's going into C. Nothing against the Advanced Warfare, I just don't like jetpack zombies. That's about it. So it's going into C, not going into B. C. We got Outbreak. What the hell was Outbreak? I don't know what Outbreak was. But it looks like just a multiplayer map. So you got Ascension Chronicles. Do you have regular Ascension? You do right here. So we'll do Ascension in this S again. We're getting a third S. I'm just gonna look around and pick stuff out and do that. We got Ascension. Ascension was my all-time favorite map in Black Ops 1. I don't know why, but that's when it first introduced PhD Flopper. You know, PhD Flopper, not Slider, Flopper. You jump down the stairs, you blow up the monkeys. That's another thing which they actually implemented something taking away your perks besides dying. And you got the Matroska dolls, which were sick, and they imitated Dempsey, Richtoff, and Takiao, and Nikolai's voice. Plus, doing the Easter egg and flying around on the rovers was awesome. There was a glitch back in the day where you can sit on the side of the rover, and then you can lift and jump on top of the buildings. That was cool. The map was huge. There was a lot of good places to run zombies. It was just really good. I'm so sorry this is long too, and I'm sorry if I'm not ranking your favorite zombies map to what you like. This is also going to be a really long zombies video, I'm sorry. But Tag Dertone, I still don't know what that is, so that's going in there. Ancient Evil. Oh, yes, I know what Ancient Evil was. I do not know what it... Yes, was it the... We'll get back to that again. Ascension Chronicles, it was just a remake, but it wasn't good. So it's going into C. I did not like this version of it. I like the original. This version was not that great. This version was good because just Black Ops. Die Rise. Die Rise is going into A. Actually, no, yeah, A. It's going into A because it was different. It wasn't just a set path. You can slide across buildings. You can use the Soliquid Fire. You can use the Tramplestein. It was just a really good, well done skyscraper map. Yeah, you may have fallen off the skyscraper. You may have fallen down the elevator from the Soliquid. Your friends may have trolled you with the Soliquid by knocking you off the map or using the Tramplestein. But it was a good map. You can hate me for saying it, but it deserves an A. So now we got Shaolin Shuffle. I feel like it was just a poorly way of doing like a Ninja Turtles type thing with zombies. You go down, you fight the Rat King or whatever. You get cool kung fu moves, but it's a no. Zetsu no Shima, I never played. I played once, so I'm not gonna rate it. These, like Tortured Path and The Darkest Shore, those were DLCs for World War II, and I never played those. And then we got Town. So you got Town, it's a basic map. It's going B. A lot of people like Town. I say B because it's just a basic map. It's nothing too special. There's a pack-a-punch, you can do a bunch of stuff. It's cool, a lot of people liked it. That's about it. It's just a basic map. Got Nocturne Toen. This is a B. This is just Nocturne Toen. Got Dead of the Night. I played Dead of the Night. I think it was a bit too much with werewolves, but the concept of it was cool, but it was just too much. I played it a couple times, didn't like it, and that's why it's going into C. I can't really explain a lot about it, but this next map, this one, Raven the Redwoods, was my all-time favorite. It is going in first, up way ahead of these. Raven the Redwoods, I've played that map so many times. I played it by myself, just leveling up guns, seeing what guns are cool when they're pack-a-punched. It was just a really well-made map. And the concept of IW zombies maps were just really good. Except for Dead of the Night. I didn't like it. Zombies in Spaceland was an A. Could have been better. But Raven the Redwoods with the drug trip, seeing the Axeman. It was seeing Kevin James? No. Jane Silent Bob guy. I don't know what his name was, and I totally forgot what it was. It's not Kevin James. Kevin James is Paul Blart. And we got Frozen Dawn. I never played that one. Infection. Infection was decent. It wasn't the greatest. I remember doing the Easter egg, and that's about it. Classified. What the hell was Classified? That was just 5, wasn't it? 5 is gonna go into. It's gonna go into C. It was just a 5 remake. The Shadowed Throne. Yep, never played. Die Machine is definitely going to an A. Only because it was one of the best maps out of all those maps. In Vanguard. It was one of the best maps to train on. It was really easy to get set up, get the guns pack-a-punch. It had meme Easter eggs. I didn't care for doing the Easter eggs. Another thing I don't like about those ones is extracting. That's why it's going to be. I don't like extracting. Let me just die. Let me go as far as I can until I can't, and let me just die. I mean, I could die, but I don't want to extract. I don't want a thing where it's just like, go over here, do this. Next one is Black Ops 1 Verrucht. Black Ops 1, it's Verrucht. It's going into A. Origins. I'm going to speed this up. Origins, where's the other Origins? It's going to be because it's just Origins. I don't care for Origins. Moon Chronicles, never played. Farm. So Farm, I think Farm was only good for Grief. And that's about it. So it's going into C. Farm was cool. It was cool to stop by to get stuff that you needed during transit, but it wasn't the best. Attack of the Radioactive thing. C. I did the black and white thing was cool, and having Elvira on it was cool. I just wasn't my thing. Shangri-La didn't really like. Beast from Beyond didn't like. Moon will go to B. I'm hurrying this up. Moon was cool. It was a big map. Zero Gravity was sick. Seeing astronauts, killing astronauts was really cool. Shinonuma Chronicles, we're doing it to B because it's just, actually C because it's just Shinonuma. I don't know this one, 9 maybe. You know, we'll do 5. 5 was B because it was cool. It was cool with the presidents and all that, but it wasn't the greatest. A lot of people like Nuketown, but it's B. I'm just tired of Nuketown. Stop bringing Nuketown. We don't need Nuketown in every game. Same with Rust. Same with Dome. Same with Shipment. We do not need Nuketown in every game. So we got this map. This map was A. It was simple. It was easy. The only thing I didn't like about it was the big giant claw monster. And that's about it. The upgrades were cool. Shooting the tigers were cool. Okay, PETA, I'm sorry. But having tigers instead of dogs was cool. Changes like that make the game refreshing. If it's just the same zombies and same zombie dogs, it's like, okay, cool, we've seen this all before. But changing stuff like Firebase Z and Der Offing, garbage. I don't like this. Do not force me to do do not force me to grab stuff so I don't die. Do not force me to play team deathmatch with zombies. Revelations. I like the look of Revelations. Never really played it. I'm going off look. An Ancient Evil. This had to be the underground map where with the Olympics. So I'm gonna put that with B. And I really hope you guys enjoyed me rating these zombies maps. Tell me what your favorite one is in the comment section below. Let me hear it. Let me hear the experiences you guys had with your friends and all that stuff. But this is just my favorite. I'll be rating the Call of Duty games too. This was a really long video, and I'm so sorry. But it's been RillaKurai, rating zombies maps daily, nightly, never so lightly. I hope to see you all in the comments below. Peace.